God bless America. All right. What is up? Chicken ear here. We're going to go over chicken numbers and figure out how we're going to do this from scratch, okay? Every question I have, it pops in my head, we're going to use this computer to figure it out, write it up on the board. So, first things first, okay? It's going to be about a 10-acre chicken farm on how you want to operate it. It's going to be a small, intense farm, and we're going to plan for it, right? And this is, again, for chickens. So we're going to see what we can actually produce on chickens roughly. We'll at least probably get the rough numbers for one batch. And then, because you also got to let the grass and stuff rest, da-da-da. And then you can probably multiply it, maybe 2 batches a year, 3 batches. I think an average right now is 4 or 5 is what people can usually get in a year. So if we can get 2 batches and that kind of stuff, because we'll figure it out. So first things first, 10 acres, right? 10 acres. So we're going to go to Google real quick. Acres. Okay. Hold on. Acre price in Tennessee. Okay, so these are going to be rough. So, right now, roughly, so we're going to do 10 acres. So we just bought ourselves, let me make sure, okay, yep. We just bought ourselves a 10-acre farm. Acre farm for, they're saying an acre, here, we got to get the calculator out real quick. Let me type this out. We'll be using the crap out of that, okay? So roughly they go about 6,500 an acre. So I've been seeing it kind of go from 6,500 up to 11,000, up down all the way to 4,500. I've been looking, this is just a rough, this is off Google. So we're gonna go off rough. Each property will be different. If it has a bunch of water on it, I would expect 10 or 11,000. And also where it can build up. Where we used to live, it was going for about 9 to 11,000 an acre. Where we used to live. Anyways, so let's just say 6,500 an acre. Okay, 6,500 times 10. Of course, I already know that's 65,000. So this land to purchase will be roughly 65,000 bucks. Okay, so the good thing about being a veteran is that we don't pay land taxes. We can file some papers where we don't have to pay land taxes in the state I am in, the state of Tennessee. Can't remember if it's for 10 or 15 anyways. So you bought some land for $65,000. You have your 10 acres. Something we need to figure out that is most important is how many square feet you have for this 10 acres. So each acre, so an acre I think is 44,000 square feet. Or is it 46? It's one of those two. How many square feet is an acre? 43,560 square feet per AR for acre. Would be 43,560 square feet. So we're going to think, I want you to go back to, if you watched it, if you haven't, you need to go and you need to watch the one chicken method numbers that I have. We're going to pretty much kind of break it down like that a little bit. So if you have say 1 acre. We're going to do 1 acre real quick. So hold on. So 43,000. 43. How you clear it? Hold on. 43560. 43,000 times 10 acres. So we have 400. 35,600. Okay, so another thing about this land, this is like wide open, just wide open 10 acres, okay? This isn't including if you have some tree lining. This is literally, we have 10 acres of wide open land. There's some grass, some different, maybe 10 different types of grasses there. I don't know. When I go get property, when I go look at property, what I'll probably do is I will literally grab each plant that I see there and go look it up and see what it's going to do for me. There's no reason for me, like I can have ideas of what I want on there, but I'll probably read even more what type of grasses to do. But we don't want nothing that gets too huge. Anyways, so we're not there. So we'll 10 acres. 10 acres equals that. Okay, I need to keep. All right. So we're back here again, right? So we have this many acres, okay, total to our disposal for chickens, okay? One thing I want you to start remembering, how much square feet, this is your idea, okay? This is your choice. And by law, so I'm going to tell you what the laws are, is 1.5 square feet. And I don't even think there's, in the state of Tennessee, I think there's no regulations on chickens, but they're allowed to have 1.5 square feet their whole life. So if they're alive for 8 weeks, you can give them 1.5 square feet of living space their whole life. That's the law. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do pasture raised. So what's pasture raised? Free range. So this is a pasture big old thing. And what we're going to do is we are literally at night going to put them up, probably in something that's mobile. We might not even do that because we're going to have guard dogs, right? That's going to be our big thing, and we're going to see how it works, and that's where we're going to start with the lower batch. Anyways, so we'll have, like, I guess you could say shade. What I was thinking, okay, so let's act like, here we go, hold up. All right, this is our 10 acres. It's a square. The chances of it being a square, I doubt it. I doubt we're going to find 10 acres square, but you never know. So what I have envisioned, so what am I going to do with these 10 acres? I have 43,560 square feet per acre, 435,600 square feet for the whole 10 acres. So these chickens, I'm going to put trees. And I don't know exactly what trees yet. Well, that's a little bit big. Hold up. Wait a minute. These are a little bit too big. Hey. All right. So, okay. So let's think about what chickens need real quick, okay? Real quick. They only need 1.5 square feet by law to live their whole life. Okay, 1.5. That means they could, those little cages, they can live right there in that cage for 8 weeks until they go and get killed. That's technically what you can do. That's not what we're going to do. Ours will be, that's by law, so we're going to put law here. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the minimum of what you're allowed. Or is it 1? Anyways, that's not what we're going to do. So what are we going to do? We're going to do free range. Pasture raised. Pasture raised broilers. We might do red rangers, but I'm pretty sure we won't. So free range, pasture raised meat birds, boilers, okay? This is what we got to figure out. How many square feet do we want to give them? So I've gone to other companies and they use it's going to be something that you can use towards your marketing. So you can say, I give my birds a little bit more of a life every day. They have brand new grass, 5 square feet of brand new grass every single day. Okay, so let's go with 5 or 10. Should we go 5 or 10? I kind of want to go with 10. So say I say I'm going to give a bird 10 square feet a day. We might do 5, we might do 10, but we're going to say 10 on an average, which you're not going to literally close off. You know, if you have 1,000 birds, you're not going to close off 5 square feet for the bird. It's a rough estimate. So 10 square feet or 10 square feet, which would be like a 3 foot by 3 foot square, technically. 10 square feet daily. Daily, okay? I'm going to put D here for daily move. Each day they get square feet. Okay, let's figure this out real quick. They live, if it's 10 square feet a day, and we're not talking about the brooder, because when they're chicks and stuff, when you get them in, they're not, the square footage really doesn't matter for the first, I mean, they'll probably only get like a foot or 2 square feet inside a brooder temporarily, maybe about 2 square feet in the brooder when they're chicks, and then when they come out to pasture, it's going to jump up to 10 square feet. This is for pasture raised broilers, okay? So you got 10 square feet per chicken. The chicken, from my understanding, lives outside for about 35 to 40 days. So in between there, we're going to say 37 days. 37 days of life outside. So 37 days of life outside. Times 10 square feet. Okay, this is outside. So that each chicken needs 370 square feet. 370 square feet per life. That's roughly what they're going to get. They get that. So when they're roaming around, that's roughly how much square feet. I mean, new grass will be added to each time. So we're also going to figure out how often we'll move this. But for right now, we're doing this part. Man, it's getting warm talking. All right. So we're going to break this down into acres. Why don't we do that? Hold on. If we have 10 acres, can you divide? What's 10? It's like 3.3, right? So I need 9 squares, roughly. Okay? So we go 2, 4, 6. Okay. So 2, 4, 6. So we got 3, right? Now we got, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 3 more. Good, damn it! I didn't divide it right. Nine's not going to be easy. It's going to be, one's going to be odd shaped type stuff. So we should have done a little bit more land. But this will probably be reasonable for most people who can get into it. So let's get 9. So 1, 2, 3, and then we divide it. So then you'll have 3, 3, 3. Why am I? Yeah, whatever. Hold on. I know what we're doing. Don't tell nobody. I know what we're doing here. Alright, so we got 6 right here, 6 paddocks, so we're separating these. Hold on, we're going to figure out the size real quick. It's going to take me a second. So we have 6, so this is 6 acres if you divide this, so this would be 44,000 square feet. Right? Yep. Okay, so 44,000 square feet. And that one, 44,000 here, da. So you have 6 acres, so you have 4 remaining acres, huh? So what we got now? We got 8 acres right there. Now we have 2 more acres, huh? One, two, three, four, 5. Jeez almighty. Okay, 10 acres. Jeez almighty. They're not even, okay? But imagine each line, each thing is 10 acres, 44,000 square feet. Did you guys see that brain fart right there? That just went, that's what we're dealing with, and that's why we're going to succeed. Alright, so 44,000 square feet. Each acre, right? Here's the thing with this, okay? I want to do. Imagine these are all electrical fences, okay? I want you to imagine these are all electrical fences. And they're like little paddocks, because what we'll probably end up doing is we'll just literally rotate them just like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably just take turns. So, how many chickens, if each chicken, its whole life, takes 370 square feet, can you fit on 43,000 square feet? So let's see that real quick. This is how many chickens you can put on per acre. So you're going to go 370. So you're going to go 43,560 divided by 378 square feet. Technically, okay. So technically, on this 1 acre, you can have 117. Well, it's 117.7, but we're going to say 117 birds. Okay? You could technically, through its whole life, you could technically put a batch here, batch here, batch here, batch here. You can have 10 batches. Okay? You could do that if you want to. Okay? So if you have a batch of 117 right here, you put a dog here and a dog here, maybe put a doggy door right here in between. It's a lot of work, but you figure out how to do that stuff. This is about, without putting permanent fence or nothing, this is all electrical fence. You're going to have to do some maintenance with the grasses and stuff like that and figure out how you're going to do it. I already have a plan of what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to do underneath each one is a 3 foot to 4 foot diameter. It's going to cost a little bit, but it's also going to save me time and money later. So I'm going to put gravel all the way around this stuff, so I don't have to weed it, so nothing shorts out these wires, okay? And also, don't tell nobody, if you get, I'm just teasing, if you get a 1/4 inch rock, 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch, you can get some small rock, crushed up powder, put it on here. The chickens more likely will go over to all these areas. There's the grit. There you go. You don't even have to buy grit because you just have this. And every 5 to 10 years, you're probably going to have to go through and re-put it. Every 5 to 10. We'll have to figure out how much we'll need, square footage, how much rock, because I want it at least like 4 or 5 inches. Again, we're going to have to, because what we'll do is we'll go get that 10 acres, bush hog it all the way down, tear it all up. And then I'm going to plant what I'm going to feed my animals on once I figure out what grasses are going to be good. Okay, so 117, real quick, hold on. I already know the number, but we're going to do it. 117 times 10 is at one time for, so in 37 days, okay, 37 days, I can do 1,170 boilers. I put broilers, it's boilers, my bad, whatever. Anyways, chickens. I even spelled nobody wrong. I know you people probably calling that out. Anyway, so you got yourself, that's how many boilers you can do in 37 days on 10 acres. Okay? Now you gotta let it rest technically. Okay? So put it this way. I want you to imagine you just got home, you're a contractor, okay? You're a contractor for your companies. You have 35 to 40 days to get work. I want you to imagine, hold on real quick. Roughly, okay, so roughly you can get about $11 per bird profit if you can sell all 1,100 birds, okay? That's the important part real quick, okay? This is all optimism. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna be able to have all these birds done, but I can squeeze in this many birds on my days off, and I can also have family helping me out, which would be my wife, if possible, or I could pay someone else to help me. I could order the chicks 4 weeks from getting home. 4 weeks from getting home, have the brooder, and have someone kind of get the chicks going, feed them, because that one's time consuming. Pay someone about 15 bucks an hour, get them going for those three weeks. And then when I get home, I do the hard work. This is already built up. It's going to take labor and everything to get this all ready. Anyways, so you have yourself 1,170 broilers. So we'll say times 11. 1170. Hold on. Dang it, something popped up on the computer, sorry. So and that's 8 weeks. You can make yourself 12,000. This is profit, okay? This is paying yourself, this is everything. Okay? This is going in your pocket. 12,870 birds. Okay? That's how much money you can get. Okay? Roughly what it's going to cost and everything like that, what you're bringing in, everything. So if you sell each bird for, okay, $25 a bird, remember that, because that's what you're going to charge. This is after you're paying everybody. This is total profit, what you should get. Total profit, that's even including paying yourself. The $20 an hour does for that. Total gross income. So you go 1,100 birds, 25 bucks. Times 1170, right? This is your gross, okay? $29,250. Expenses. This is all, again, rough numbers. Expenses. Okay, so easiest way to do that is, okay, we made 29,000 minus 12,870. That's 16,000. This is your expenses. 16,000 for the birds. $16,380, and that is literally paying. You're going to receive your biggest feed is expensive, labor is expensive, which you're paying yourself 20 bucks an hour. So remember that. 20 bucks an hour. Your feed, labor, and the price of the product, the birds. Those are your three most expensive things. So this is all if we can sell these birds. So in that window, you can make yourself total profit. You can put in 2 months, so you can add an additional $6,000 each time you do this. I'll be able to come home 3 times a year. So I'm hoping that when I'm deployed or contracting and I'm in a different country, I'm hoping that in the winter I am not home. Okay, I think that Christmas. I mean, I don't know how that works, but we do that, and then I let this rest for 2-3 months. Anyways, okay. So say we start. It's March. Okay, March. Let's say March 1st. I make sure I'm home every March 1st. I got March 1st, right? 3 weeks before that. No. We're gonna start April. So April 1st is our start date. I'm gonna put running out of place. So April 1st. April 1st is our start date. How many? I think there's 31 days. I need a calendar. Oh, wrong way. Alright, so April 1st, we get chickens. April is 30 days long. Okay, hold on real quick. So April 1st, we get the chickens April 1st. They're going to be alive 8 weeks, right? So roughly 56 days, but 3 weeks inside the brooder, 5 weeks on the outside. Okay? April 1st, hold on, let me go where I was going. 8 weeks. So 8 weeks would be April, all of April, and all of May. So we should be ready to sell June 1st. Okay? June 1st, we got some red chicken, some good chickens. So I need to come home May, June. Okay? Mid-May, June. Hold on. Because if I have 35 days leave, 35 plus 21 to 56, no, that's too many. That's not enough days. 6 days, 7. They say 8 weeks is an average. 8 times 7 is 56. Anyways, so 56. Wait, it is. What? Okay, 56 days. Yeah. And I'm home 35 of those days. So 21 days, yeah. 21 days in a brooder. 21 days brooder. That's where they're chicks and they are raised, right? Man, these are getting real short. Give me 1 second. All right. So where were we? So they're in a brooder for 21 days. Right? And then they're out to pasture for 56 days. Pasture, 56 days. Okay, where are we going with this? So, as a contractor, and some people who do this, so 35 of those days are at home. So you'll be home. That's crazy. Okay. Literally. I will literally come in. This is what I'm saying. You literally picture yourself coming in on a plane, hopping in and on your truck, give the wife and family a kiss, have a nice, delicious dinner, get to work. Okay? Because those 3 weeks before, you're hoping your wife or someone you can hire for 15 bucks an hour. And those first 3 weeks, you can pay yourself 5 bucks an hour, but pay them 15. Anyways, we'll get into that later. You pay them 15 bucks an hour, and they just help you for those chicks, right? You just put a laborer, you go look for someone, something like that. Hiring them, we'll figure it out. So you come in on the plane. You might even give yourself a day or not. I mean, that's total money, okay, coming in your pocket. And technically, it's 56 day. Why did I do that? Look at that. Caught a mistake. 35 days out in pasture. I said 56. They've been alive a hot minute. So you could get that work in. So how many times as a contractor could I do this? Probably, so if this was, so they'll be alive April 1st, and they'll be alive for 56 days. That would be, hold on. So I would need to be home, technically April 21st. My wife's birthday, I think, is the 22nd, so look how easy this might be, huh? April 21st. Okay, so I'm home by the 21st, okay? Maybe even the 22nd. Okay? So April 22nd, I'm home. The chicken's already gone for those 3 weeks on the 1st. I have someone taking care of them there. Then, on the 22nd, I put them out to pasture. They're out to pasture for those 35 days. That means ready to go, ready to be butchered would be the day I'm leaving, which would probably be the day before. We might even do it 2 days before that. We'll have to check the weights and stuff. That's what we're gonna have to master, you know what I mean? So 22nd, all right. Plus 35 days. So May 26th. May 26th is when I would fly back, I'm assuming. So May 26th is when the birds would go get butchered and all that. Okay, the hardest part is the selling part. That's where I will have to rely on me probably having to hire someone, and this might, me having to hire someone to sell it, I might have to dip into this a little bit. Because this figure, this gross, is not having someone go to the farmer's market and sell these birds for me. So you're gonna have to find someone highly energetic, highly friendly, and knows a decent amount about chickens, about what your operation's about, where they can find you. You wanna have a board, I'm assuming some kind of, which we'll work on, some kind of a banner with, you know, homegrown by heroes, your company name, all this other stuff. And you might have to dip into that 5,000, but you're still putting in, even after paying yourself partially, because you'll be doing most of the grunt work of feeding, watering, and checking on them, and just dealing with them for daily days for those 35 days. You pay yourself still 20 bucks an hour. So, and you just, I'll have to figure out the hours and everything's going to take, go to my numbers for one bird and multiply it by 117. I can't remember what it is right now. Technically it should only take you like 5 minutes to take over this bird. But I mean, you have to also think about how long it takes you to walk to the 10 acres, which I'll probably have a busted up 4-wheeler, but as long as it gets going with some feed on the back, and we'll run out there and feed them. And I'll probably, might even have it where there's like a little gap here where we can move it and just go all the way around, doors everywhere. So, because there'll be a time where I might overcrowd this and say I want to move it every day. Well, you can't do it every day, can you? Hold on. Because that's enough to last a bird 300, and that's enough to last a bird that's 56 days. Because they do 370 square feet, Man. So pretty much all of May, June, hold on. So the rest of May, June, July. Woo, guess what, boys? Guess what I just figured? 4th of July comes up. Big sale. Oh my goodness. Okay? 4th of July sale. That's going to be one of my big pitches right there. And of course it breaks. Might still have some in August for Memorial Day or whatever day it is. Special that they say is special. But you got June and July to sell. I'm at work until June, July, August. What is that? 30, 60, 90. September. Okay. September I come back roughly mid-September, so we'll say September, we'll say 20th. So I have September, October, November. So I order chicks. So if I came back on the 20th, September 1st, look at that. September 1st, order some chicks. On the 21st, I'm home. Okay? 36 days to that is what? 10, September. It's like late October. Okay. September 1st, 21st, by the 21st, they're ready to go out to pasture on the 21st, right? So first, chicks, pasture. 35 days out to pasture, 5 square feet each. We're doing this again. October. October 29th, I'm back, flying back over the country. Well, roughly, because I might take off, I don't know, we'll figure it all out. But roughly, again, because the holidays got in my mind right there. Anyways, so October 29th, I fly back over, they go to butcher. Hopefully we're selling by November 1st. Guess what that is in for? Guess what all those chickens are ready for? Holiday birds. Okay? If you want, on this second batch, throw some turkeys in there. Get yourself a pig over in this padlock. Figure out how many pigs you can fit in a 1 acre padlock for its whole life. I don't know. I haven't really read much about pigs. If you want to have some cows, I think it's a cow an acre for its whole life. So there you go. If you want to have a bunch of turkeys, there you go. You want to have a bunch of duck, there you go. Reduce the number, there you go. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 600 chickens. Turkeys need probably, we'll say 10 square feet also again. So we'll say another, dang, that's giving them 10 square feet. My fault. So 10 square, I was saying 5. So the turkeys 10, you could have 117 turkeys right there and sell those turkeys. Cost is going to be a little bit different, but you got yourself, I don't even, man, you could have 117 turkeys times, is rough. Where'd the calculator go? It disappeared on me. Okay. Calculator. You sell a bird for about 70 bucks, a holiday bird with flavored davers. Turkeys, if you do it right and you sell them for 70, yes, they can sell at 70, okay? If you flavor them up good enough, you do what you're doing. This is going to take years to get into. We're not doing this. This is just your dream of 10 acre farm, okay? Da-da-da. We got some beautiful trees over here. We got trees we got trees all up on this shit. All up on this shit. We got trees all right here. Why do we want trees? We want trees to help with the soil web and it spit leaves all over that good stuff. Trees are not your friend. They're only bad when they are your friend. Only not when they're by a house. And what we'll probably do is I will literally hopefully have a square and I plan on putting a tree here, tree here, tree here, tree here, tree here, tree here, 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 here. Well, these might not be sitting here on the inside. Actually, now I think about it, those might not sit there. The only reason I say that is because you might have a walkthrough all the way where you let the chickens go, because I have an idea about that. So act like these are gates right here. Bump, gate, bump, gate, bump, gate, bump, gate, 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 and it leads up, okay? You literally come down, bump, bump, boom. Woo! Okay. So you got yourself some trees, and you make sure, and what I might do temporarily, I'm nervous about other big birds going inside here and hawking them off. Kind of what I'm nervous about. But the birds like shade, so I'm going to have guard dogs, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, because I'm into electrical fence. Well, I was thinking putting a weeping willow in the center of each acre. Okay? They'll have good nutrients and a bunch of good shade. I might try different trees. Okay? And it's not going to take up really, that much room for a tree. I mean, it's not going to really affect you too much. So you have shade for them. But since April 1st until November 1st, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, I made $24,000. I made about $25,000. $25,000 profit. Okay, this is profit. This should be going in your pocket. If you sell it yourself or have a family relative who's not going to take money from, right? That's rough profit into your pocket. 25 grand off of how many birds? 22, 23, 140. It's about 2,300 birds, right? Jeez almighty, bro. My mind is going 1,000 miles an hour right now. All right. Okay, anywho. So you have 2,340 birds in those 6 months. What do you do with all the other 6 months? I'm thinking from November, December, January, February, March. You have cows on that sucker. If you can have 1 cow per acre, or you have 1 cow in this acre for a couple days, or for a week or two, you put her in here with that. Maybe you have a cow and a couple pigs and you just transfer them. Okay? And you get them, because the pigs will go up in there and root up a bunch of stuff and find other nutrients and stuff like that for you. And then you got cows and then you do that. And you have all the leaves. So you're pretty much recreating the ecosystem, right? Maybe you put some flowers all around here. Maybe you put some beehives around here. Because we will have beehives once I learn more about bees and I can keep them alive. Yeah. So, I can make about 25 grand, 26 grand pure profit. My gross would be 60,000. Okay, so $60,000 plus you're paying yourself 20 bucks an hour at least. Okay, so you're probably bringing, let's just rough it up, probably 15. That's probably getting like 15. So you're making $30,000 in 6 months after all this. But this is working for you. Plus you have a job. So I'm making, and this is only off 10 acres. Because I don't have 20 acres and I don't know if I'm going to, we're going to start small. What we'll do is we'll buy 10 acres and I will fence off just 1 acre and start with that one batch. It's going to take me years to get into this. Years. I say 5 years. When I said I'm ready to go balls to the walls type thing, that's what I mean. That's where I'm going. I have this money, so I have $30,000 backed up. No, I don't want to even say that. Yes, this is, like I said, because we're going to find customers. We'll do our batch of 117, find our customers, start doing it, word of mouth. The next year, maybe we'll do 1, 2. The year after that, in our third year, we'll do 1, 2, 3. The year after that, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The year after that, our 5th year, all of them. Okay? Because then we could just sit on the birds. But by then, I should have deep freezers. I should have all this type of product that we should have. So anyways, the gross, roughly 60,000. You'll probably put 30,000 in your pocket. The rest will go to expenses and all that other good stuff. Ooh. And I think the tax is even involved because it's 30%. There's a 25. It's 22, but I think I did a 30% tax on that other video. This is literally paying for everything. All your expenses, taxes, food, bird. Maybe if you get them shots, we decide if we don't, it's going to save us like 15 cents a bird. So it's going to go more, but we might, I don't know. We're not there yet. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I could go over. This is off a 10-acre farm. Roughly what you can make is 30,000 per thing, per batch of 1,000 chickens. So you can make, let's do that real quick. So I'm confusing. So I have 2,350 broilers. And this is feeding them organic feed. The shit that's like 50 cents per pound or something like that. And a chicken eats a quarter pound per day of its life. But what we're trying to do, bring the feed cost down a little bit, is giving them that 5 square feet. Not that 1.5 square feet. Screw the nutrient ratio. I want my birds, they might not be as fat and juicy as other ones, but they're going to be more active, and we'll see. We'll have to try it out. This formula might change. So anyways, you have 2,340 birds times 25 bucks a bird. And we might not get that. So gross for that, 58,500. Okay, you're getting what, $11 per profit? Hold on. Whoops. Yep. So you're getting roughly, you're putting $11. So out of that 25, 11 is literally going right back in your pocket. $11 is literally, so here's 25, 11 is going in your pocket, 14 is going to expenses of the bird, tax, everything. So gross, blah, 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 I'm there. Yep, I'm getting there. So we go 2,340 times 11 bucks a bird. This is total, this is profit money. This isn't paying yourself 20 bucks an hour either, because you'll get a chunk of that 58,000 with that. You might even get an additional 10,000 out of that profit. I'll figure that out. You might figure that later. Profit. So this is what you're putting in your pocket. 25,740 bucks. Right there. That's just off birds. This isn't including turkeys, ducks, pigs, none of that. This is my little vision of 10 acres. Off 10 acres, how can you make, that's pure profit. So you're probably making 35,000. You're making 35, you're probably making like 60,000 a year. And I don't know if I don't think I'm going to have to work the weeks I am home, those 35 days. I will have to still have to put in 50, 60 hours a week. I might even have to put more to catch up. So I might put 70, 80 hours a week. Whatever, my business, we're going to market this sucker. That's what this is all about. Us learning together, working together, right? So profit, roughly, in 6 months, total profit, 25,000. I want to almost say 10,000 of this gross will also come back in your pocket for paying yourself 20 bucks an hour. But then you also got to, here's another thing. And this profit margin, if you have to pay people to go to the market to sell for you, so this might be the first couple of years, you might have to deduct that in 25 and maybe only put 15 grand in your pocket and pay 10 grand to have people advertise and sell for you. So you might, but you're not doing that much. That you're telling me I'm working, technically, my family, we're working 4 months. We're pocketing after, because I'm still going to do that, so we'll say 10 grand. So if we took 10 grand of this and paid someone to go sell the chickens, to go sell, so I say, hey, per bird, how much can I sell? Anyways, so I have, so half that, hold on. So what's half? 10 grand of that. I'm trying to think. Give me a second, We're going to figure this out real quick. I'm going to grab water. So 25,000, 10,000, so that's 2 batches, so what? So 5,000 from each batch. So 5,000 from each time. You pay someone to go get the stuff for you. Man, there's so much in the expenses, it's not even funny. Because I mean, so anyways, you're working 70 days yourself. 70 days yourself, 25,000. Damn. Because a lot of it, the birds just live and they do their own thing. You literally would just have to come out here, feed and water them, check the water, because I have a watering system. People say, you gotta change it daily. Why not just add oxygen to the water so I can leave it for a week or two, then change it? Let's be smart about this, okay? So if I only have to change it, just make sure that the hoses are still good. I might have a little, since I'm already gonna have electricity, maybe I'll have a little couple watering pails right here, have them come up, and also help with it freezing if it gets cold. Keep bubbles and shit. Anyways, so profit, so $25,000 profit, and an additional 10. We're gonna act like we're selling it ourselves. We might have to have, so, okay, no. Pretty much, what you could do is the 20 bucks an hour you're paying yourself, pay someone, keep that 5 bucks an hour. It's gonna shrink, super shrink, right? So let's say you were gonna get 10 of that, you probably, I don't even know, bro. It's gonna super shrink. But that, say you pay someone 15 bucks an hour to go stand and sell this stuff. If they're not doing their job, get them out of there. So then we, man, and you're still pocketing that 25,000. So pretty much you're working for free, but you're still pocketing 25,000 bucks. You're paying yourself 5 bucks an hour, but yet you're having some people work for you and sell the product for you. So it is eliminating you having to go deal with people, which I don't think will always happen. There will be times where I'm going out. I'm going to be going out selling my birds. But this is the idea to make it work, right? Man, I can see it now. I can see, because this stuff will probably, it's that fencing, that white 4-foot, 5-foot fencing. And what I'm thinking about doing is this whole area, we'll figure out the cost of what most of the stuff is. Like, you know, like how much the fencing is going to cost. We'll do that in another video. 10-acre fencing worth it. How much the rock will cost us. Maybe we'll do the rock and we'll do the fencing, what it's going to cost us, how much each tree is going to cost. Because trees are going to take time, but I also might grab them where they're already 4 or 5 years old. Maybe I can get them so big. I don't know how fast willows grow. I don't want the birds to destroy the tree, but there's reasons. And then I might figure out different trees. What else? So that means I can put, so that money right here, I can put literally in the savings in 6 months every year. So I can stash 25,000, and I'm already working again. I already have another job. I have 2 other jobs, which I'm going to have. Hopefully I can stick with social media administration. I don't want to get too deep into it. I want to help as much as I can. I don't need to make a lot of money with it. If it's a $500 gig, $300 gig, $700, I'll probably always stick with social media because that little extra money, so if I'm getting paid social media $500 a month, what I'm going to do with that money is probably put it in a Roth IRA. So anyway, so we put that money away. Well, you can't do, it's like, it comes up to like 470 bucks. I can't remember. Anyways, so I'll be able to put almost 100,000 a year away into savings. Once we get this going, maybe like 80,000 into savings eventually, as long as the dream works. Okay, it's up to me to sell it, and up to you to sell your product. So if I'm putting 80,000 a year in my 10 years of doing this, I'm going to have 800,000. That's not including my Roth IRA, which 28 years from now will be worth another 800. You can do it. You can make it work. But if I have all that money and in 10 years I do that, I open up a restaurant that does all this, that is organic and feeds it, or I sell it to stores, I'll figure it out. Because we're not just going to do this. This isn't going to be my only entity, okay? This is just going to be the cornerstone of getting me total profit, $25,740. Total gross off 6 months of work is $60,000. Just under 60, around up. Okay, but you're putting, that's in 6 months of work. From April 1st till September 1st, or November 1st. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Wait, is this 7? April to May, June, July, August, September, October, November. It's 7 months, huh? Well, that's to sell. Yeah, 6, 7 months. Okay, I'm cool with that. That's pure profit. plus I have a job. So I'll be making one. So if my job brings in 100,000 after taxes, and then I have another job, say doing social media, 6,000. And then an additional 25,000 for increase. We'll say 30. So what is that? That's about 160,000 I'll make a year after tax. Then you make that 160 work for you. I mean, my expenses are. So hold on. If it's 100, once. Hold on. Wait a minute. 100,000 plus, not equals, plus 25,000 for the birds. We're going to even the numbers. I'm not going to add all that other crap. 30, that. 161. So total amount I can bring home, if I do all this, which this won't be all bring home, but because I'll distribute it in different places. Oh my God, it's starting to bring home. What is going on? This piece is not wanting to work. Bring home 161,000. My total expenses for roughly a year. What do we have? I have my expenses over here, but I'm not gonna. This is personal stuff. I'm gonna say roughly that. Gosh dang it. 6,000 times 12. So 72,000 is the expenses of my whole life, family of 7, everything's going on. So that technically, each year, if I do this after the 5th year, each year I should be able to put 89,000 roughly. If I wanted to take all 89,000 and put it, this is without distributing it anywhere, put it into a Roth or just into a savings account, 89,000. Okay? It's not going to work. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure out what we can do with this money. If this is all speculation, okay? I have a job lined up for 100. I don't know when this will happen. I'm hoping in 5 years from the time I start getting my farm going, we buy a house. So 5 years from when we buy the house, whenever that happens, it's roughly a year or 2 from now, we will distribute all of it. It's going to take time to find, because okay, so say we are doing 2,340, right? And a customer, we have a customer who buys 2, on an average buys 2 birds from us. How many customers do we need? 340 divided by 2, which is, so, well, duh, right there. That's how many customers we'll need. It's going to be hard to get. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to, hopefully we can find them. Maybe they'll buy more. Maybe I'll find customers who want to buy 3 birds a year, 4 birds a year, 5 birds a year, 1 bird. I don't know. There's going to be all kinds of different, for me to find them. So this is $89,000 that I'll be getting yearly to put into Roth IRAs. I haven't looked IRAs. I'm probably going to hire a financial advisor for a year or 2 after this starts getting going. Because I mean, without any of that, I'll still probably be able to store about $50K away without doing chickens. still be about 50, but I want more. I want to be able to budget more. Because out of that 89,000, it takes us 72,000 to live comfortably with our food, a car payment, which the car, there's another thing, is like car payments are going to stop for us because once I get this job, I'm paying that off. So that's not going to happen anymore. I'm not going to have car payments no more. So that 350 or 450 a month, that's going to disappear. No more. So that's going to put how much more a year in my pocket? $5,400. Right there. There's my Roth IRA money. The car payment. Right there. My Roth IRA money right there. So about 72,000. We'll be able to pocket 89,000 roughly. Roughly. Okay, this is rough. It could change by a lot more. But this is the dream, right? Keep going for it. So in 10 years, I have a Roth IRA done. Started a little one for my kids already. Maybe some college money. 89,000. Man, there's a lot. Penny stocks. I might even every year, I might throw like 3, 4, 5 grand at that. Start learning stocks a little bit, right? I don't know stocks yet, but 10 years from now, I'm going to know about stocks. I hope in 10 years, because I might get a financial advisor within the next year, but if we have a relationship for 10 years, hopefully by then I can trust him and we can grow this 89,000 into 890 million. But that would be hilarious. But you get what I'm saying here? You gotta, as I keep hearing, you gotta make the money work for you. And it's not always gonna be sunshine and rainbows. I might invest $5,000 one year, lose it all. I don't know. But this will be my cornerstone. This is when I'm 60 years old, I sell this to someone who wants to do it. And this is every 10 acres. I'm not gonna just stick on 10 acres. I'm not. There's a good chance that I might go lease 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000 acres. I don't know. I don't know how many people I'm going to feed. But this is a rough draft, and this is what I'm doing. And I think veterans can start here. Veterans can get here. Get your retirement, your tech retirement. You got body aches, you're injured, whatever it may be. Even if you're deaf, go get that stuff taken care of. If you want to do work for yourself, get medically done, come do this. You'll be raking in, because you can't really work December, January, or February where I live. And if you live in California or Florida, you could work all year long. Maybe in 20 years, that's where our operation will move, is into California or into Florida, because that's all year. You could do this kind of cycle. And this isn't even me working hard. This will probably be me working 50 hours a week when I get home. If that. If that. I mean, getting it going is going to be the hard part. So we'll start figuring out the cost for everything, for how much the fencing is going to cost us, because an acre by acre is 200 by 200 feet, and you can grab strands that are 100. We'll figure that all out one video later. Like how much will a 10-acre plot of fencing cost? We'll do that. How much will a 10-acre plot of rock cost? That's 4 foot by 6 inches deep, because it's going to settle. It's going to weather down. It's going to happen. If you have pigs, they might go over here and mess it all up. Water again, I'm going to, because it takes time for a farmer to go out there, break the ice, do all this stuff. And technically, there might even be a way without electricity, but anyways, you might be able to get air, gravity-wise, air-wise, to go into your feed system and just keep putting oxygen in there. It stays alive for days and weeks, not just a couple of days, like a day. You have to go change it. That's wasting time. So this is my dream. This is a dream that I think is successfully good enough for each veteran. If they want to put a little extra money in their pocket, $25,000, plus they got a full-time job, and you work like this. That's what you do. I mean, I guess people, they won't. Things with contractors is they have those 35, 40 days off. I'm not always going to stay at the contract tonight, and I might switch, where I'm only gone 90 days and I'm home 40 days. I've heard there's other contracts, but this is a good general idea. I mean, I might have this and then have 10 acres somewhere else of just sunflowers. I haven't even talked about my sunflowers yet. My other operation I'm going to do. That won't take me long to do once I have a tractor. And I plan on getting that in my second, third year, so I can once we get the land, so I can start tearing stuff up. So this is it, 10-acre farm. I might have another 10 acres of sunflowers, maybe some coffee beans. I don't know, but coffee beans, I haven't studied enough, so we're not going to talk about coffee beans yet. But sunflowers, flowers, bees, so honey, wildflowers, all kinds of stuff, man. We're going to make this whole little operation go our way. Big old willow trees. The only thing I'm worried about these trees is having a hawk or a bigger bird be able to come up and sit in them and pick off the birds one by one. I mean, we're going to have a guard dog, but can a guard dog, if a bird comes down, grab? I'm pretty sure it would. And if not, we'll have to have someone come check on them, 2 hours at a day, do a rover. Every 2 hours, someone go check us on them. You know what I mean? And that takes them 20 minutes. We'll figure it out. So this is the dream. This is what we're going for. So if you're a veteran, I really think that this kind of living is possible by each vet. You need to start marketing is the most important thing. That's again what I'm doing YouTube for. And that's what I will continue to do it for. So yeah, chicken numbers for 10 acres. How many can you get in 7 months? This is what it's about. So I'll probably name this sucker. You're only putting in, so if you do, okay, hold on, let's figure this out. Say 5, right? So 5. 10, so that's 500. Hold on, let's just do that. Let's do 8 weeks. 8 weeks, 8, 16, 16. So if you work 16 weeks, not that you would, but if you work 16 weeks for all this times 50 hours, you're putting in 800 hours. 800 hours divided by, this is pure profit, you ain't paying yourself yet. So if you have 800 hours, guess what? You're paying yourself an additional $31 an hour off total profit, and you're not even in there yet. I'm telling you, there's a way, a cycle to do it, and there's something I'm missing also. Because I'm also not including paying yourself this stuff up here. We need to figure that out. We need to figure out what our pay will be off $58,500. Okay? What would our pay be on $58,500? And I haven't thought about that in a couple days, so it's going to take me a couple days to kind of think on it and figure out the math. How much you're actually going to get out of that. Because I know it would be at least $10,000. Because labor, feed, and the price per products of the bird will be your 3 most expensive things. And labor is pretty big. I can't remember how much. Oh, and taxes, but that's already figured in there. I have to go back through and figure it all out. These are rough numbers, so hopefully you guys get something from this. I hope one vet sees this one day, even if it's 10 years from now, and he's like, damn, I want to do a farm. I think it's operational, and it can happen. It can definitely happen. Just got to make it, keep working. Now, I plan on working that full-time job probably 10 years, tops. So I'll have almost $1 million probably stashed away. No, that's not true, because I'll be making that money work. But if we I'll hopefully have 500,000, maybe 400,000 somewhere. By then, I'll probably already have properties, real estate we'll get into. Like I said, we're building up to it. We're building up. Buy a house for 80,000, put 30,000 into it, flip it again. You go, man. You just keep going and going. Find maybe around here, I'll find a veteran who does construction. All about it. We'll flip it. So that's our plan. That's our 10-year. That's our hopefully 10 years we get this going. I can see this happening. This is small compared to what a bunch of chicken, but they're full-time chicken farmers putting in 12 months of hard grinding work, and they're making a lot more than I am. They're making on their gross, they're making about 4 or 5 times more. They're doing about 10 or 14,000 birds. We're only doing 2,000 birds a year, 2,340. That's not that many. It really isn't. If you can sell 2,340 birds a year, we might just put another section of that in. Do another one just like this. If your projected income and your projected everything, so say you do this for 5 years and it's looking real good, you might want to start planting those damn trees and getting this going. You might want to use some of that savings, get another 10 acres by you, get it going, right? Because then by the time you get filled up on this, you might as well start trying to fill that up and do 4,000 birds a year. Every 10 acres, do 4,000 birds, or 2,000 birds. This is the way I'm going to do it. This is it. Like the birds will literally, we'll probably have little shelters, maybe one or two, where they come and sleep. You get what I'm saying? Because birds will probably have a couple perches belt and stuff like that, little things out here belt, each one, maybe 4 each, where I know the birds can sleep. They all sleep snuggled up to each other, so it doesn't really matter where they're sleeping at. So you put it here, you have a guard dog each. You'd almost have to have a guard dog each one, or every 2 or 3. So we got to come into the cost for that and all that. It's pretty much that 10,000. You're pretty much working. You're putting in. Damn, but still. Yeah, maybe you're more paying yourself. It's $20 an hour. Okay, I'm figuring stuff out. Anyways, this is a 20 an hour job. Either work for yourself or work for someone else, I guess. I'm going to work for 3 companies. Myself, another one overseas, another one hopefully social media. If I can't keep up with it, we'll figure out that we'll have to subtract some of that money. If I can do that for a few years, oh man, I see a Dodge Viper in my future. Dodge Viper is in my future. I see it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in our 50s, 31 now, we'll get started. Let's say 34 or 35, maybe start getting the swing of this. Man, I'm going to be a millionaire in my 50s. If I do everything I'm planning out here, I'm going to be a motherfucking millionaire. Millionaire. My kids are going to be set up. That's what it's all about. It's about me sacrificing everything for myself, for my kids. I mean, I had kids and there was a reason for it. Now it's time for me to put all this into plan and not bitch about shit. I'm excited about this. Definitely excited. Again, a lot of things could happen. 2 years into this, my back slips and I'm here with the cane and shit permanently. We're worried about that bridge when we come to it, if we come to it. I just keep looking at it because I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. This is going to be one long video. Alright, I think that's about the gist. Again, these are rough numbers. Rough numbers. These are not, I haven't done this yet. This is a dream. And it's a small dream. This is not big. It's not big, but it's something to start out with. Year 1, when we buy our property, I already have enough electric fence for an acre. We're going to put that up. We'll make a video about how we put it up. Eventually, I plan 100 acres would be fair for me. Right? Eventually. When I'm in my 50s, I could probably do birds full time for another 10 years. I want a shooting range too on my land. Eventually, when we buy more land, I might have 10 acres here, 5 minutes down the road, have another, 50 acres. I don't know how we're going to buy it. I don't know how we're going to do it because I don't want to buy a whole lot. I do and I don't. We also got to look into land tax and all that other stuff. Pretty sure veterans get a pretty big discount or don't even have to pay in the state I'm in. I think they get a tax break, is what it's called. Anyways, we're going to try to make the system work. I can see it working. I visualized it. Put it on what I want. Again, I'm not going to be doing, vegetables are too difficult for me, okay? I'm not that dude. I might have, a little 1 acre little plot of food, but it's going to be for the house. I ain't going to be doing much with it. That's too much. It's too much for me. That take years to study just plant life. Like the science, like the soil science scientists, those people right there. Chicken's a little bit easier. Livestock's a little bit easier. We'll start going one by one. Maybe we'll read up more on turkeys. I know I read on turkeys. I just can't remember how many days. I don't have the notes. How many days they are. It's in that book though. It's starting to flash back. Turkeys, pigs, because I don't even have that down. We're not there. We're starting with chickens. Then we had pigs on our down months. Maybe we have. I don't know if they can handle the cold real well. I know cows handle the cold pretty decent. It stays pretty decently green here for cows, so maybe I could fit some cows in here. And then I completely let it rest. Hold on. Because you want the grass to grow back, right? So November 1st, they messed everything up. December around here, it's actually kind of warmish. Even like it's already 60 now, it's January. So January, you still have some grass life. February, March. So that's your days. You want 4 months for this all to start growing back, right? Then you tear that shit up. You tear it up. You let them eat and eat the soil web and everything like that. So, okay. So we broke it up. So I guess, here, hold on. I'm going to do one more thing. $1,287 you should be able to profit. That's not paying yourself yet, labor. But if you did everything yourself, profit is $1,287 per plot. Per plot. Times those plots by how many acres you have, and you can work. So if you have 100 acres, times that. That's profit. It's not including the labor. That's when you'll figure out if you have time to do all that. We're going to do 1 acre at a time. My first batch, I guarantee you, that's my plan. After 8 months or a year working. So I go to training spring. So say I leave. I'll be coming back right around, we'll order September. I'll hopefully do that. That might, well, we'll figure it out. We'll get there. But anyways, this is it. This is how you can pay yourself 20 bucks an hour, feed people, go back into your community. Don't tear up the earth, fuck up the soil web, help it out. This is it. Start of it. We'll learn as we go. Thank you.